How's it guys? Welcome back. Hey, drama. So, on the white Mark 1 here, car hasn't been used for over a week and it's not starting. So, I'm going to show you guys how to diagnose it. I'll have to move my car back and I'll have to push this car because it's too close to this shed kind of thingy here. And yeah, let me try to start this vehicle. Not sure what it is, but yeah, car didn't start in a week, so it's a carbureted model, so most probably something with the carburetor. Yeah, and the battery is dead because I swung it a bit in the morning and the battery was so weak, so let's see what we can see. Okay guys, the first thing that I'm going to check here now is if I got spark. Check if I got spark, and then I'm going to check if I got fuel. Obviously I know my timing didn't jump. Belt still looks like it's in place. I removed the airbox cover earlier today, but yeah, I removed the airbox cover, I turned the motor by hand, and I made sure all the marks are lining up. And I most probably will be changing the distributor, because if you guys look here, it's a carbureted model and it has the mk1 distributor. It doesn't have a vacuum advance here. It has, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see what I'm showing you here behind your brake booster? There's a sensor. It's called a vacuum manifold sensor. Like basically it works like a map sensor, and it's connected to a small little box inside underneath the dash, and that there controls the vacuum advance. But I changed that system because it was quite problematic. So put a 2-pin coil with a TCI harness running a module. These cars do come with a module, running the module, but I don't have an MP9 distributor. I do have an old one lying around, but I'm missing the clips. So most probably once I get the car started, I'm going to put the carburetor distributor on this car, but I won't have the vacuum pipe because I don't have any pipe that's going there. But just to put it, because the distributors don't run well with carburetors if you don't have that manifold sensor that I told you about. So yeah guys, let me test for spark. How you're going to test for spark is pull number 1, plug out. I'll use a spark plug. I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to turn the motor over and see if I get some spark. Make sure when you're putting it, don't just leave the whole thing on your tappet cover. You need it a bit away because you need to see the spark jump. So let's see how I can do this. It's quite hard for me to do it. That was quite weird. The car started and I switched it off. So most probably it just didn't start because I didn't start it in a while. Look here, what I'm noticing is this could be the fault. I didn't do a proper service on this carburetor. So this is your petrol pump, right? That's your petrol pump inside the carburetor. It's called accelerator pump. So in a cold morning or in the mornings, when you, let me show you this here, some light inside. So when you accelerate, right, can you see that fuel is inside? So when you accelerate, the pump sprays fuel, but I'm noticing that it's leaking here. Can you see it's all dripping all over the place? And that would happen because there's 2 rubber o-rings inside this pump. You have a diaphragm and you have 2 rubber o-rings. So if the diaphragm or the o-rings give up, it's going to send fuel out from here. Can you see this like a boot here? It's going to send fuel out. And maybe the car was just parked for too long, so it needed to burn. Maybe all the fuel went back into the lines. I'm not sure if my AC pump here is weak. Maybe it took a while to send the fuel to the carburetor. And the battery that I had, there's the battery there. The battery that I had in this car, the fact that the car hasn't been started or driven for a week. Maybe it needed more cranks, and yeah, guys, very stupid, I know, but the car is starting again. But in general, what you want to do if your car is not starting in the mornings, you would want to turn the engine to TDC, align all your marks, your distributor mark, your cam mark, make sure that timing didn't jump, because timing on this car can jump very badly if your crank sprocket, on the crank pulley there's a sprocket, if the keyway breaks, timing jumps. So just check that. You're gonna test for spark like how I showed you here, and then you're going to make sure you take out your carburetor cover. You're gonna make sure when you accelerate, you need to see fuel going inside there. And if you have all those things, your car should start. Even if there's another problem or any other problem with your vehicle where you got a misfire, even the car's supposed to start and run like shit. But yeah, that's how you would diagnose a no start problem. I'm just gonna put this back here because you guys saw the car wanted to take, it had spark, and I pulled out number one's spark plug. I spark plug the wire to test this theory. Yeah, it was quite weird. Car started, but let me try to make a plan, because I got two distributors, carburetor distributors. One, I know that it works, but I haven't tested it in any of the cars. One, I know it's a pilot distributor and it works perfectly, but the vacuum advance part of it, I took it out. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to swap the vacuum advances and install the distributor onto this car and see if it performs any better, because it feels like the second stage is not opening. But I tried two carburetors on this car so far and both felt very lazy, and I'm assuming that the weights on the distributor are different. Like, as the weights spin out, your timing needs to advance, and I'm assuming, I'm not 100% certain, that the weights are different on the two distributors. I know the vacuum advance and the electronic advance is totally different, two different systems, but the mechanical advance works at high RPM, high speed. So watch how I change that, and I'm going to show you how to install it. Distributors, one is the original carbureted and one is a pirate. The pirate one is basically new, but I took this vacuum advance out and I used it into my black car. But this one here is a good vacuum advance. I know the distributor works, but I never tested it, and I don't want to put it in the car and then I have an issue where I get stuck with something. So, and I'm missing a clip, one clip like this I'm missing on this distributor. I don't have no clips, and this one I am missing. So I need to make a plan, maybe clip one side and use a cable tie on the other side. Watch how I take it out. There's two screws here, 1, 2. And the vacuum advance is out. How it works is pushes in and out. This one. figure something out here. Okay, so I know I got something here. So when I put the cover on, I can grip on one side, and then maybe put a cable tie through here, like around it to hold it. Okay guys, now for the interesting bit. I need to, before I remove the distributor, I'm going to turn the crank pulley with a socket, 19 socket, and then I'm going to line up all the marks first. So I'll get my camshaft here with the tapper cover. I'll make sure that my flywheel diamond mark matches. Then I know the engine is at TDC, but I have to do it twice in order to make sure that I can remove the distributor and I won't have no issues to line it up again. Okay guys, you can see right here the diamond and the cutout is aligned. You can see my tappet cover is aligned, and then you can see on my crank pulley the little notch here. It must line up right here with the intermediate shaft. Hard to get a good look at it, but it's there. And then my distributor is aligned. Now to take out the distributor, you're going to loosen this nut here, 13 mark, right? So let me take that out. A locking mechanism with the nut to hold the distributor into place. Now all you will do is try to pull the distributor out, but it can be a bit hard. Yeah guys, you can see I was struggling. For some reason it was seized, I couldn't pick it up, so I went and got mallet and tried my best to, like knock it loose. And even after I did so much of knocking, it was just very difficult. And at the end of everything, I just took a cloth, an old cloth, wrapped it around the distributor, and I lifted it up, and it worked. And guys, can you see inside? You can see that inside there's a little keyway. I'll try to point it for you. Yeah, inside there's a little keyway, and then you'll see the oil pump. You need to align the oil pump shaft with that keyway before you insert the new distributor. Make sure that it's aligned. Can you see that? The shaft is aligned with the keyway. The shaft. take your current distributor, there's the keyway here, and then you're going to align it with the mark, the keyway inside the shaft. And the distributor is in. So now guys, if you look here, let me focus it a bit. If you look there, there's no mark. Usually you'll have a mark on the shaft and then you will align your rotor there, but I don't have a mark here, so I'm just most probably going to align it on number 1. When I put the cap on, I'm going to see which is number 1 and I'm going to align it that way there. And how you align it, you just see if you can turn it. Like you guys saw, my voice, that's how you replace the distributor. Hopefully, I heard the car when I started it. I just touched the accelerator, it drove much faster because that's the distributor that's supposed to be in the vehicle, a carburetor distributor. Currently, because we changed it to a TCI harness. How to change the distributor. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and like. Till the next time.